To many fans, Jay-Z embodies the American dream. Raised in the rough neighborhoods of Brooklyn's Marcy Projects, he transformed his life from hustling on the streets to becoming one of the most celebrated hip-hop artists of all time. Often hailed as the greatest to ever pick up a mic, he climbed the ladder of success to achieve billionaire status and global respect for his influence and power. However, his journey to the top was far from smooth. Despite his current position, Jay-Z's rise has been shadowed by moments of violence and controversy that could have destroyed everything he built. From shooting his own brother to being accused of stabbing a record executive, his past is filled with dark chapters that he has worked hard to keep out of the public eye, especially from those in his inner circle of high-powered friends and investors. Jay-Z's story begins long before he became a household name. Growing up in the notorious Marcy Projects during the crack epidemic, he witnessed firsthand how drugs devastated families and sparked violent turf wars. These experiences shaped him deeply, giving him both the grit to survive and the creativity to turn his pain into art. The Marcy Projects were more than just a place to live. They were a world of their own, isolated and often devoid of hope. Many residents, including Jay-Z, rarely ventured beyond their neighborhood. He later reflected on the limited horizons of his youth. So long we were living in these neighborhoods, boxed in, and those neighborhoods were our world. A lot of people from Brooklyn didn't even take a trip to Manhattan, never been in Central Park. It's 20 minutes away, it's a free park. And, a lot of people never been in it. Our little world was all we knew. And growing up in such an environment, choices were often made out of desperation. As Jay-Z explained, a lot of choices are made from the position of, my life is not worth much. If I risk my life, what am I really missing? One of the most harrowing moments of his early life came when he was just 12 years old. Jay-Z's older brother, Eric, was battling a severe drug addiction. Desperate for money to support his habit, Eric stole jewelry from young Jay. Feeling betrayed and overwhelmed with rage, Jay-Z grabbed a gun and shot his brother. The aftermath of the incident was a turning point in Jay-Z's life. Eric survived and later forgave him, but the trauma of that moment stayed with Jay-Z for years. In his memoir, Decoded, he wrote, "I thought my life was over. I thought that I would go to jail forever. It was terrible. I was a boy, a child. I was terrified." He revisited the incident in his song, "You Must Love Me," rapping, "Saw the devil in your eyes, high off more/confused. I just closed my young eyes and squeezed." While Jay-Z has occasionally spoken about this dark chapter, he often avoids delving too deeply into it. In interviews, he has described it as a wound that's too painful to revisit, leaving much of the story shrouded in mystery. For kids like me, there was no one else to guide you through the maze that is life inside those projects, he explained. You start looking up to the wrong people, and that's how I got into the street.